Welcome back, my dark beings, to the dark void ruled by me, now 51. And today we have another thing to celebrate. Another thing. If you haven't seen my last video about the Red Plumber going up against Power, please go watch that. But today we're going to be talking about we're here to watch Rev Sadissu, and he's going to be talking about his Twitch program got countless VTubers banned for no reason. Now he's been fired. See, ex-Twitch exec slams Amazon for cutting 14k jobs in AI shift. Robots don't give an F. Yep, exactly. And finally, at last, the person that has been causing problems for VTubers has begun. Now, I don't know if this is the main person, or just a rat, or just one of many, but it seems we finally got the person that's been causing witch hunts against VTubers non-stop, at least for now. But this is a good day. We can celebrate. We can celebrate the fact that VTubers are now hopefully safer. Because, as I said before, I did make a video on this a while back ago, like months ago, how VTubers are constantly getting attacked by Twitch, like considerably, like so many times. VTubers have been basically being banned, like for literally little to no reason, consistently, which I called it a witch hunt, and now we know why. Possibly an AI, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna let Rev talk about this, see what's happening, and I'll probably make my own thoughts on here. But either way, hopefully this will help VTubers be able to exist on the platform more often and hopefully actually be able to do their jobs. Dion?
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So today we have a lot to talk about involving Twitch. It's not the usual content creator drama or anything like that, but there's a lot of issues going on with the platform that's really starting to screw over a lot of content creators.
Oh yeah, it has.
And as
for no reason.
With Twitch, it seems to be
not just VTubers, everyone.
Affecting VTubers because, of course, right?
Well, VTubers
that's
mostly.
The platform where if you show 3 pixels of your model's hip, you're gonna get a permaban. But if you do things like I don't know, make calls for political violence, or
it makes
shock
no
your
sense.
dog live on Twitch, they think that's a-okay. But here's what happened recently, and that led to a discovery that probably led to a lot of people being falsely banned over the years. Twitch has come out and lost a bunch of people because Amazon did a huge round of layoffs. Amazon owns Twitch.
I can't believe this is actually a good thing for the layoffs.
Staff at Twitch have lost their jobs over the past week. And the aim of this is apparently to shift things into AI. They're trying to automate more of their systems. And
very bad.
Is a lot like the situations involving anime and manga localizers where they are losing their jobs to AI translations.
It's very bad.
You know, just like the Twitch staff, nobody feels sorry for these localizers because for years, some of the bad actors can't do their job and instead abuse their position to add in Chungus Reddit humor or censor things they don't like or change
they're abusing the power
for their own agendas. So when
doing what the freak they wanted
to AI, it's not that people are cheering going, yes, we wanted AI. No, the people are basically saying, I will take an overall poor quality product just as long as the annoying people get to suffer. It's the truth, and that's how a lot of people are reacting with the Twitch layoffs. Now, this is an individual who got into a lot of trouble, especially over the past 24 hours or so, named Harfu, who was laid off by Twitch the other day after 11 years of working.
11 years, got it.
Now, this is where it gets interesting. He does a little humble brag here where he says, I was the person who built the entire fraud program at Twitch.
Oh my god, he just admits it, huh?
Keeping bad actors off of Twitch.
Bad actors, my butt. He guesses
he did his job too well since they let him go. Now, this is interesting because the fraud program has been used to ban countless content creators
for no reason.
And again,
little to no reason.
A lot of them being VTubers. And yesterday,
here it is.
Talking about what she has experienced and what she has seen, whether it's
I've literally seen so many videos
getting hit with this fraud program and losing their accounts, and also her experience at Phase Connect, which is a VTuber agency where she talked about how basically some of her new gen mates were getting like spawn camped. They create a new account, like they're a new talent in the agency. And because they're an agency, they're able to get their accounts verified. So Twitch verifies these fresh accounts.
That's good.
And before they even do their first stream, they're permabanned.
Are you serious?
This fraud rule. Like I said, literally spawn camping these VTubers.
Oh my! See, witch hunt
over and over again.
I said this before.
Also,
I'll get to you now in a moment, people. But as I said before, this was a witch hunt. I said this before in one of my videos. I'm going to put that up here. Hopefully I can find that video. But this is exactly what I said once before in my video like months ago. Where it's a witch hunt. It was a VTuber witch hunt. They kept going after VTubers so often. So freaking often. It was insane. And I can say that I was right. This was a freaking witch hunt. Now, of course, it's not entirely all VTubers, but the fact that VTubers were getting so hit upon by literally so often, literally, it's basically a witch hunt against VTubers. Now, like I said before, it's not entirely all VTubers. I think I just said that already. VTubers. It's just that VTubers got hit so often that I can call it a witch hunt. It's just insane how many VTubers have been taken down so much to the point of permaban. But like I said before, but instead, people like Hassan and Nutjobs who basically advocate for people to be on the live are still on the platform. It is insane. And hopefully with this whole shift, we can get some new, fresh people here. The downside is that we're getting AI here, but I hope that we get some new, fresh people here that know what they're doing. Because if AI takes over, it's going to get a whole lot worse. But even still, at least this is an actual win for people who have been banned for little to no reason other than just existing on the platform. Especially if you're a VTuber. God dang, has it gone basically even worse. Oh, alright, people, take it away.
Funny is, so FaZe Connect, the company that I work for, okay,
the insane company.
We're an established company, right? So this is not abnormal. We had some of our talents verified, like by Twitch, and had their revenue enabled early on. And even though the accounts were verified by Twitch, several members of FaZe Connect immediately had their accounts banned right after. You know why? Probably because people were buying subscriptions to these accounts that had not yet streamed, that had been verified by Twitch. And they had been banned from fraudulent activity. And we see fraudulent other VTuber agencies as well, such as Such VTuber agency, and VTuber Malfina, also getting banned for fraud before she even got the debut.
God.
Huh. Did you think I was done? Because I have more.
There you go. Keep it up.
Aphrodite.
Hey, what's up?
Aphrodite is part of Mythos, another
different
VTuber
company
agency.
So towards the end of the video, she actually gets pretty fiery, but as she
I bet
it's obviously very annoying to
like I
see
said,
people in your agency
it's a VTuber witch hunt.
Having their accounts sniped with the same BS reason that makes absolutely no sense, and also to see other VTubers hit with this. And of course, outside of VTubers, there's traditional streamers who don't use VTuber models who also got hit by this
for little to no reason.
See the guy who claims to have single-handedly
if you're the one, then basically good riddance for going
people. They
for
see
getting
him
away
and do a little humble brag. People don't like it.
Yeah.
And you can
sorry,
see
Nat, happened there.
Good riddance.
Yeah, good riddance.
Banned wrongfully for this fraud.
Yeah.
This program
for little to no reason.
And he's down here saying, "I'll take things that never happened." So basically, gaslighting this guy and saying that didn't happen. You're crazy.
Your reputation could be destroyed now.
Not good. And if you want to reach out for support, well, a lot of people couldn't really do that. Like, not everyone's in an agency, or not everyone.
Yeah, they can't.
A big content.
Like everyone's fighting.
You know, make a big
to just survive
things and maybe force Twitch to do something. So some people just lost their account and never got it back. And if you want to see what like Twitch communication looks like, if even getting a contact, I saw this post from yesterday.
It's
where
just boilerplate
another
AI
VTuber
response.
Seems to have been suspended on Twitch, and the reason is pretty crazy.
Just copy pasted, just to let you know, people.
Email that the suspension was due to a mistake on their part, but skipped down a few lines. They then say the strike
mistake
will remain
and
on
yet
your account. So they're saying
that makes no sense.
Suspended you.
You can't.
We're giving your account back.
Look. You can't say this. You can't say something like this and say something like this in the same sentence. In the same paragraph or whatever. You can't say this due to a mistake on our part and then the strike will be made on your account. You can't say either of these in the same one. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. It just means that you're not gonna do your job and actually protect your basic content creators. I mean, seriously, this makes no sense at all. If you're gonna say this, then remove the freaking thing. If you say if you're gonna say, oh yeah, we basically had some evidence that something bad's happened, then show the evidence. Don't say these two in the same sentence. That just shows you how bad Twitch is, how disastrous Twitch is, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. Especially with everything that happened throughout basically the past 2 weeks. With Emiru, with a guy that literally was forced on his own, forced to deal with an assault, and now we have this. It just proves more and more that basically Twitch literally deserves to get shut down at this point. Like I said, I've reached my limit of I think last week that I've had enough, so they deserve to get shut down. Because literally they're not bothering, they're not gonna do anything. They're gonna let everyone on the platform do what the freak they want, and they're just gonna punish the innocent. So yeah, it doesn't matter. So I'm already reached my limit. So yeah, at this point, you doing this makes me believe that you're never gonna change your ways at all. You're just gonna let everything happen, no matter what. Continue on.
But we're gonna keep a strike on your account, even though you did nothing wrong.
Yeah, makes no sense.
Make it make sense.
Yes.
And then this person's talking to customer support, talking to Jose over here. Explain.
I understand that you blah 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 blah.
His response. I understand that
God.
you.
This is AI.
Keyboard smash. Like Jose either had a stroke typing this, or Dan Clancy hit him with the shock collar mid sentence. He's like, dude, you're about to help out a VTuber, aren't you? Like we don't do that around here. But anyways, that's what's going on with this fraud program that continues to be a very
and now we know what it is,
people, including VTubers.
People are going to be probably getting lawsuits. Probably going to be lawsuits.
Once again, really affecting a lot of VTubers.
Oh, there has to be lawsuits sooner or later.
This is something that has really gone.
Twitch can't keep getting away with this.
View counts do not represent what they're actually hosting. The amount of people in their chat, it's way off in a lot of cases. And this really stems back, for context, to back in August, where Twitch came out. Twitch is a platform that is infamous for allowing view botting for years and years. They came out and said, enough is enough. We're cracking down on view botting.
Yeah, they finally did it.
The overall viewership of Twitch went down by over 20%. That's how significant this was.
Woo!
And there's funny stories, right? Like there was that one OnlyFans girl who wouldn't even really stream. She would just play a pre-recorded video on loop 24/7, and she would just view bot the heck
I've seen that one.
Her channel and collect the ad revenue.
Yep.
Her viewership went from 3,000 to 200 overnight. Like completely and utterly exposed. They hooked her with that one. But the issue here is that all this time later, people are noticing that this attempt at cracking down on view botters, it's gone way too far, where it's counting lurkers as view bots.
I'm also a lurker. I watch people.
Or including them in a view.
I'm also a lurker.
And if you don't know what a lurker is, it's someone who just watches a video or a stream. They don't actually engage by typing comments.
Yeah, we just want to show our support.
And there was a similar issue on YouTube I talked about that happened right around the time this view botting thing was being cracked down on, where they weren't counting, I guess you could say, lurkers on YouTube. They were only counting engaged viewers, people who were liking, commenting, or subscribing to the video. That's why people like myself were encouraging people to do that, because it always helps, but it was helping people actually have their view counted by YouTube. It seems like that system's gotten better, or maybe people are just more inclined to engage because they want to help out content creators. Who knows? But Twitch has not fixed their issue, where people who are lurking are definitely not being counted. And it's having a pretty enormous effect. Here's an example of another FaZe streamer, Lumi. Her actual count, there's extensions to find how many people are in your chat. She had 2,200, but it was publicly displaying 1,400. Almost half of what's actually in there, which is a pretty insane amount. Like, nobody's expecting the system to be perfect and count every single viewer to complete accuracy, but this is really, really off. And here's another example of Rosie raiding with 281 people. Now, if you don't know what a raid is, it's basically like when you're ending your stream, you send your followers over to someone else's stream. But the thing is, you have to actually go out of your way to click accept in order to be a part of this total right here. So the fact that 281 people opted in tells me there's probably a lot more people who didn't. And she had easily over 300 actual viewers. But her view count, 241. Like, it's way off. It's obvious it's not tracking right at all. And here's basically what's happening. Okay, this streamer in a 1-minute clip pretty much proved that they're just not counting lurkers. What she did was
it's very bad. Like I said, we just want to bring our support
viewers, and she said, "Guys, I want to check something out here." Basically, lurkers rise up. Wake up right now. Just type something in the chat. I don't care if it's just like a letter. Just say something in the chat. And within the span of about 30 seconds, when they upgraded the view count, it exploded. As you can see right here,
what happened?
It went from around 700 to just shy of 1,000.
Woo!
You know, almost 50% increase in a live viewer count. I mean, that's really significant.
Man, that's a lot of lurkers.
We have other people like Megalodon, another VTuber, who's talking about this. And it's affecting a lot of people, even very successful indie VTubers as well.
Okay, we get to hear this is probably around the time that people start
what's up, Meg?
Lurking a little. They stop chatting as much. 36 minutes in, numbers were climbing, and then my viewer count, the numbers continue climbing for the users. But the viewer count goes down by 200, but the users are still climbing. Some people could say someone's botting me, but they almost match. Right before the Phasmo stream, I think that Victory and I were talking a little bit more. It doesn't make sense. Usually after I start playing a game, my chat dies down. People are lurking.
Make sure.
That's completely fine. Please, please have a good time in any way you see fit during my stream.
Yeah, we just want to watch. Give support.
Viewer count goes down to 700.
Ooh.
Almost a 300 count difference.
Dang.
But the users are still the same. What changed? And what did change was people stopped talking in chat as much because I started playing Phasmophobia. That's
because we want to enjoy it.
Happens in my streams. People
want to enjoy the game
as much whenever I start playing a game. That's okay. What's not okay is the viewer count not reflecting people that are watching the streams. Do you see how insane this statistic is right here?
Oof.
650 viewers. 1,000 users. How come it was counting here but not here?
Now, one more set of examples I want to show here is this tweet, which went pretty viral. You can see it has like 3 million views, 43,000 likes, where this VTuber, of course, says, "This is why smaller streamers quit, by the way."
Yeah, they can't survive.
Their number with the extension.
This is what happens if they can't survive.
With the extension, but the live count from
Twitch
says 13.
Yeah, this is how
almost
basically smaller ones
That's pretty debilitating. Okay,
yeah.
That is demoralizing, especially for a smaller streamer. Now,
especially this is the way they can't survive.
Trying to say like, "Oh, why do you care about view count so much?" Like, who cares? Well, first of all, I think you should care.
Yeah, because that's how they get paid.
As like a feedback tool, right? Like, if you normally stream to 100 people,
also to help with their,
you try something new, a new game or something, and all of a sudden your view count for that stream's like 20. That tells you, maybe that's not in the best interest of my viewers. Maybe they don't respond well to that game, what have you.
Maybe the game they don't like it.
If it's not being accurate, you might get confused on.
Plus, it's to help
like that. It might not
figure
make
out
any
how,
sense.
whether or not,
on top
how
of that,
can I get more? Like, think in your head,
I believe in the
this?
power of persuasion with numbers. I think there's a lot of people out there, if they see 2 streams, let's say identical content,
view counts is meaningless
click on the one that
until it starts affecting
their minds. And this is not true, but it can have some weight, I guess. People figure, if there's a lot of people watching the stream, it must be somewhat entertaining, right? Again, that's not 100% true all the time, but I think a lot of people do think like that. So it does impact you there, and also your view count impacts sponsorships.
Yeah, it also helps with
your bargaining
whether
chip,
or not
how many live viewers you can bring to them as a partner with a sponsor. And
this is how people get paid.
It's already cooked.
Not by the numbers,
because of viewbotting. Because viewbotting was so prevalent on Twitch
many people get on there so that support
advertisers, I guess, got a little spooked. They're not as willing to work with people because they'd have like Joe Schmo, who's like a guy who looks like he was just created in a lab yesterday, who no one's ever heard of, who's sitting there with 20,000 viewers or view count, but the chat's moving like he's streaming in front of 100. And he can say, I got 20,000 viewers to a sponsor. They give him big bucks to do something, and they get nothing out of it. The sponsor doesn't get the return on their investment they expected. And then they don't punish just the view botters. They punish everyone, even people with legitimate view counts. they don't know. The advertisers are just going to say, hey, this is what happens when we give X amount to a 20,000 live view count streamer. So you with the legitimate 1,000 view count that might actually produce more, we don't trust you. Like, we're going to give you a much smaller offer, not even work with you. So that's why these things do matter. It does matter, but like I said, there's an extension for this, and you can see another wall of numbers here. I think I feel worse
69.
for,
Nice.
this person down here.
Well, not nice.
Going from 4
Ooh.
to 1. And people like 4 viewers. Oh, who cares? Dude, how many times in your life have you done something like playing a video game where 4 people want to watch you over anything else?
Exactly. That's the same for me and subscribers. I mean, you gotta realize just getting to over 300 is basically a good thing for me. Do you realize how long? Do you know how long I've been doing this? I've been going on for this for since the Skyrim remastered edition on the PS4 came out. I've been doing it for so long. Do you realize how good it is to feel to basically get get new subscribers? To get to this point, over 300 subscribers makes me so happy. It makes me show that people like my content. Seeing this is demoralizing. I mean, think about it. What happens if one day, what happens if anyone who has basically is a YouTuber all of a sudden loses their entire subscriber count? Like all of a sudden just gets rocketed out of existence. Imagine how demoralizing that is. I mean, seriously, I feel this person. I feel this. I mean, think of me. You're doing your video, you're doing your happiness, and all of a sudden you got some more people watching you. Then all of a sudden you see this, and then it really is demoralizing because then people decide to leave. Imagine this. I mean, seriously, imagine if all of a sudden I lost all my subscribers. I'd be so demoralized that I don't know if I want to keep playing and want to keep making content. Man, you gotta realize, I made it to 310. I want to get to 500 to finally get paid off of my content. But imagine if all that went backwards. I'd be so demoralized. I may not want to make content ever again. I mean, I feel bad for this. Sleeping Glitch, but keep it up. Keep up the good work. You gotta keep up the good work. Don't give up, alright? Actually, everybody here, don't give up. God DGen V2, VT, Disparatory VT, Atamemni, Yukame, Sunshi, Sunshu, and Sleeping Glitch. All of you, keep doing the good work. Don't give up, alright? There's always something across the hill. Keep up the good work, alright? Keep it up. Alright, keep going. And also, all of you guys watching this video, go to their freaking Twitch channels, alright? Go see them, go help them out, go watch their views. Come on, they need support. Let's help them out.
They could do with their time. I still think that's really cool.
Just let you know, I have no idea. So I'm gonna try. Just to let you know, that doesn't mean I'm gonna try to link them down below. So I'm gonna use this video to find them and try to link their channels down below. I'm gonna do my best to try to get all of them here, okay? I want to support them as much as possible. So basically, use the link down below to find them, alright? Hopefully I can find them all. Alright, let's keep it up.
Thinking like that will keep you humble, but it's a very...
It keeps you humble. Like, before I continue on, just like, numbers doesn't matter, but you gotta realize, it doesn't matter unless it basically gets to, when you get to the point where, I finally made enough. Look, I'm gonna say this thing. It keeps you humble, but you gotta realize, these numbers actually help you, keep going forward, With the time where it shouldn't matter, is when you get to the point where, yes, I finally done it, I've gone to this point, I think if I get any more, that's great. If I lose some, that's fine. It basically gets to the point where you basically, you had enough, and then basically you're able to keep making your content, keep going, and at that point, it's just a second thought in your head, because at a certain point, once you get enough numbers, that's it. And now that's just secondary in your head, and you just keep making your content. These guys, when you're starting out, that's going to matter. But right now, this is going to matter because you basically need to realize that, how can I make my content better? How can I keep going? Is this the path I want to choose? Looking at this, really is demoralizing. Really is demoralizing. It just depends. Once you get to that point, it's just a secondary thought. But in the beginning, it basically really is demoralizing. Hopefully I described that better. If not, somebody else describe it for me.
Go from 4 to 1.
Woo.
When clearly, you're gonna notice when you have a smaller count like that, you're gonna notice that there's 4 people there most likely.
Whew.
But that's just rough, and
it is rough.
It's really frustrating a lot of people because there's no answers. There's absolutely nothing Twitch
Nobody's coming up with the answers here.
They're picking this road to go down, and for some reason, just like everything else, it appears to me that this is disproportionately affecting VTubers.
God dang it!
Because of course, I mean that's how everything is on Twitch. They just punish VTubers. They just don't like them for some reason.
I don't know why.
I don't get it. And they use the rule book at them, and now they're doing this, and it's just a giant mess.
That's why I say that Twitch needs to get shut down.
Anyways, that's
I reached my limit
for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about these topics in the comments.
All right, then. I'm going to link this video down below for you guys to watch. And I'm going to try to link all those people's down below for you guys. Hopefully, it goes to their channels. If not, I'm terribly sorry. I'm going to test it out. If you don't see any of the links, it's because I wasn't able to manage it. Either way, doesn't matter for right now. Hope you enjoyed today's video. But also, once again, at least managed to get rid of one person that was causing the witch hunt against VTubers. Not just VTubers, but also everybody. But like I said, it's not just VTubers, but there are people that got hit by this, but it was mostly VTubers in the end. I hope everything turns out well. I hope Twitch can change its way, but I've already reached my limit with them already, so they need to just shut down because they're not planning to change whatsoever. So hopefully that changes, but I'm already reached my limit. I don't have any faith in them. Either way, hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment, subscribe down below what you think about this situation. Do you think this would turn out better for them, for everybody? Do you think this basically finally getting rid of this person will actually finally get Twitch to do their job? Or do you think it will get worse? Let me know in the comments. I hope it doesn't get worse. I hope it gets better. Alright, comment, subscribe down below to join my dark army. You guys have no choice, literally no choice in the matter, because I'm your dark ruler. Got it? Good. Like and share the video to basically help spread my influence, glaze it everywhere, and to help my influence grow. Take that as you will. And also don't forget to press the black bell button to be notified whenever my videos pop up. Because YouTube channel doesn't bother. I said this, forget. Younger sibling basically plays this game. And yeah, that's about it. Also, don't forget to press the black bell. Oh wait, I already said black bell button. Restricted mode. Profile. Check your profile to make sure restricted mode is off, because sometimes that actually removes my videos from your feed. So make sure you turn that off. All right? Good. And I think that's about it. And right now, hopefully this turns out well. But right now, my dark minions dismissed.